it's become such a circus that Fox is now trying to say they're not going to let Kimberly Guilfoyle, who used to work there, was a colleague of mine, and Don Jr., whom she's engaged to, even do their little live show from there. Kimberly went on Newsmax and had a few things to say, including, hey, you're not going to keep us away. Trust me, you are not going to keep Kimberly away. Certainly not Don Jr. either. Here we go.
I'd just like to see somebody try to stop Don Jr. and me from going someplace.
Kimberly Guilfoyle going on to Newsmax and saying, you know what? We are going to be there and just try and keep us out. So it's this giant showdown. And look, they've been enlisting all kinds of support. You've seen a Wall Street Journal article, an op-ed saying Donald Trump ought to be there. He ought to be able to answer these questions. You've seen a lot of hosts send out some kind of taunting tweets on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter. I just like saying that. It reminds me of Prince. Anyway, so consequently, right, you have all of these talent now and sort of this pressure. You get the Wall Street Journal editorial, and you've got none other than Carl. Listen, if Carl Rove tells me to go, I'm not going. I think you need to do the opposite. But this is a winner here. Carl trying to put some pressure on. He admitted that Donald Trump would be a punching bag. But then hear how he turns it. Listen.
Carl, if you were Donald Trump, would you show up at that debate in Milwaukee next Wednesday?
I would, even though there's, look, there are dangers. I mean, he will be, if he shows up, he will be attacked by everybody in one way, shape, or form. Some of them will be hard and direct, Chris Christie. Some of them will be, glancing blows. Some will be trying to move around him. But I'd show up if I were him, because this is where you get to demonstrate I am the leader and I will remain the leader. If he doesn't show up, there are going to be people who say to themselves, well, didn't he mock Joe Biden for not debating? And hasn't he said he's the world's greatest debater? And maybe there's something that he doesn't want to talk about. And doubts will begin to grow. Doubts are growing. We've now got, depending on what poll you look at, a plurality or a majority of Republicans who say that if he's convicted of something in one of these federal suits, one of these four lawsuits, four indictments, they're not going to vote for him. So he's got to find ways to assuage those growing concerns. And the best way to do it is to show up on August 23rd and September 27th.
Like I said just the other day, how much do they pay you, Carl, to say that stuff? Look, they want to push him to be there. He's not going to be there. He taped an interview with Tucker. Tucker's already promoting it. And what's really weird, and this is once again showing you this massive sort of sea in between network and individual content creators. What's incredible is that Fox News is apparently not going to allow people to really use too many clips. Any media covering tonight's debate, they're only allowed to post up to 3 minutes total of the entire footage. That's from Fox. So you're not allowed to post the debate. You're going to have to either tune in live or forget about it. And they're going to post it on their platforms. If you're a media journalist like myself, you see, I just ran that little clip. Maybe I'm going to get in trouble with Fox for doing so. You're only allowed to run 3 minutes. So that would be, maybe a couple of sound bites. I mean, it's really pretty nuts because normally there's something called fair use in the media industry where you're allowed, especially during a debate, to run those clips. They're not going to allow it. So I guess the idea here is we're going to just, shut everyone out. We're going to hoard this to ourselves. In contrast is Tucker Carlson, who has been allowing everybody to upload his entire shows on Twitter for free. Okay, so someone could take that show. I could post that entire show here on this platform, and that's all allowed. So he's going to allow the whole interview. Fox is like, you get 3 minutes only. You better pick a good 3 minutes, right? I mean, this is petty. This is ridiculous. But this is what happens when you are a network in decline. And you know what? I don't mean to pick on Fox. I mean, people are like, well, you have a little bit of bias there. Yeah. Okay, maybe I have a little bias, right? When you get thrown out for speaking your mind and, are told you can and should speak your mind, but really, apparently you can't. Yeah, maybe I got a little bias. I'm proud of that. I own it. I wear it. And you know what? I guarantee you Tucker has a little bit of bias too. And it's kind of just coming out full circle now to play against Fox. And so Fox, yes, I'm picking on them because they're in the news right now, but this is not exclusive to them. I mean, think about it. Any cable network right now, any legacy media outlet, like they're struggling Because as Bob Iger told us recently when he was out in Sun Valley, hanging out with all the media, cool kids, he told David Faber from CNBC that he was looking to sell ABC News and other legacy TV properties. Why? Oh, because they are not the future, because streaming is the future. And guess what else? If you really think about it, has nothing to do with the size of the network and everything to do with the content and the content creators themselves. That's what matters. And you as individuals have been empowered. I've been empowered. We can talk together in new ways that legacy media just simply can't. And so, you know, they're digging in their heels and they're mad, and they frankly do not have a very good management team, so they don't know how to navigate their way through this. And so the answer is, haha, to heck with you. You can only get 3 minutes of my show, while Tucker is going to make sure that everybody can put it everywhere. And guess what? They will. They will. Hey everyone, Trish Regan here. If you enjoyed that clip, please do me the favor of subscribing to the channel. Just hit that little subscribe button right over there. Did I do that right? Not quite, but you know where it is. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so that you get the alerts, and I'll see you back on the show.